just female, best fighters on this planet. Love talking to her. She's always been so kind and gracious to me personally. The one and only Kayla Harrison. What's up, Kayla?
What's up? Hey guys.
Dude, how are you, Miss Kayla Harrison?
I'm living the dream, you know. Wake up, teach some school, punch people in the face, come home, teach some more, train some more.
Did you spar this morning?
I did, yeah. Yeah. That's what, hence, like, I'm going to go train again. So I'm like,
just leave it up.
I'm not taking my hair out. I'm not washing my hair in between training sessions. I'll wash it tonight. Like, so it just stays.
I love it. I love it. I saw your Instagram story about, dude, I'm telling you, as a, you know me, Kayla, as a dad of 4 doing homework, and I have a 6th grader, that homework is I gotta go on YouTube to like figure out and learn it again. It is so wild. And I saw you doing the ABCs. I'm like, dude, that's
my daughter is in 6th grade this year, and I'm like basically relearning 6th grade.
Yeah,
you know, like
so
I'm repeating the 6th grade right now, and I'm telling you, I would fail. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, I would fail as an adult in 6th grade.
It is wild. It is wild.
It's so much work too. I was like, did I read this much in 6th grade? Like, there's no way I read all this crap, but I guess I don't know, or it's just gotten harder over time. I don't know.
A little bit of both. Well, we got a lot of things for you. I know Elle's got some stuff. We actually put another post for you for fan questions. A plethora of fan questions came in, so we got some of that. But the first thing I would love to throw your way is kind of you're training a lot lately. There's even rumors. I even heard a rumor of a date and spot. I won't say that if you don't want me to or throw it out there. But do you have something maybe happening in the works soon? Yeah,
I mean, I have been told. Stop. Please stop. I'm doing an interview. It's the dog. I'm sorry. Look at it.
We're a dog-friendly show for sure.
Is this? Oh, I love him so much.
Look at him. He's so needy, though. He's literally he's so needy. Anyways, okay. I have been told that, there's a plan for me. You're going to go to I can't go out. You know what? Just go outside. I can't handle this right now. Come on, outside. Go on. I can't. No, it's so annoying. Come on. Come on, let's go outside. You can do it. Come on, everybody. Yeah, let's go. Go, Dobby. Go. Dobby. Come on, go on. Go play with Axe. He needs attention. Yeah. So I have been told there is a plan for me, but I have not been allowed to say said plan for me. So, but it's good. It's a very good plan, or else I wouldn't be this patient. I'll tell you that.
All right.
Love to hear it.
Good.
Everybody guess in the comments what Kayla's plan is. I'm just kidding.
There we go.
Well, we can't wait to hear an official announcement of
me neither.
The plan. Your thoughts on, I know a lot of people keep speculating that the return of Amanda Nunes is going to happen. Ooh. Do you think that is even a possibility of her actually coming back? Or have you heard anything?
I mean, I haven't heard anything, but I heard that I think that Hunter talked to her or Dana talked to her and she was interested. So my hopes are high. I think that for the right dollar, sign, I think that anything can happen. And I very much look forward. I think that it'll happen. I'm manifesting it. I have a plan in my head for how Kayla Harrison's career is going to go. And I need her to come back in order for that plan to manifest. So
I know you can't tell us the plan that was told to you, but can you tell us the plan that is in your head?
Yeah. So I would love to fight for the title, win the title. Okay. So I'm going to be UFC champion. I'm going to defend the belt. And then I'm going to call out Amanda, have Amanda come back.
Okay.
Beat her up real quick, and then give her an automatic rematch and beat her up one more time, just so nobody thinks that it was a fluke and I accidentally won. And then I'll be the greatest of all time.
Love it.
.com. I love that. If I very foresee that can happen. Okay. If that happens, do you have in your mind? Is that it? Are you beyond happy and grateful? Or is you walk away the most dominant female mixed martial artist of all time and done?
I think so. I mean, I I pride myself on knowing when it's time to walk away.
Okay.
I definitely did the right thing in judo, and I want to make sure that I also do the right thing in MMA in terms of like I go out on my terms, my way, and also just avoid taking too much damage, too much punishment.
Sure.
I'm 35 this year, and I'm asking my body to do more than it's ever done. So yeah, I know that the clock is ticking and my days are numbered, but I'm going to enjoy every last second of it.
And it looks like you are definitely on. I know it's social media, and sometimes that's a bad way to look at it through life, but it does look like you're having a great time. Looks like you're having a lot of fun with friends, and then everything with the family. Looks like Kayla Harrison's in an amazing spot. One kind of question, you probably got it a ton a year and a half ago, but I thought it was poorly timed because you didn't do a lot in the UFC and behind the scenes and fight weeks. And now you've done 2 fight weeks. You've done the promotion. You've had the posters. Can you kind of, not it's not one against the other, but you've done it a lot with the PFL, Professional Fight League, and you've done now 2 with the UFC. Is there major differences in pros and cons for both or one for the other?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, like the UFC is a well-oiled machine, and they have been around for a long time. They've been in business for a long time, and that's for a reason. Like they do everything to the highest caliber. Like they're, the professionalism is second to none. And I enjoy it. I think that there's a lot, definitely the buzz as well. Like obviously fighting on UFC 300 as my first ever UFC event was like out of this world. I don't know if that'll ever be topped. But even like going as a fighter to other events and like doing these appearances and like the fan exposure and all these people, and they're just like super like huge fans. Yeah, the UFC has done a really good job of being synonymous with MMA, in my opinion. It's like when people say like, "Oh, can I have a Kleenex?" And you're like, "Oh, you mean a tissue?" Like,
yeah. For sure.
Same thing,
for
right?
Sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Dave and I were kind of having a conversation off air about this, and I'd love to get your 2 cents. So apparently, Canelo is boxing Jake Paul, and my first thought was, the UFC would never do something like this because they don't have to. Like, and my mind went, has boxing fallen so far? Like, we never see Jake Paul fight Alex Pereira in the UFC because the UFC is above gimmicks, right? At least
because it's a real sport. Like it's the best fighters, and I think that is, that's the difference, right? Like, of course, in MMA there is an entertainment piece of it, right? Like whether for better or for worse, like it is an entertainment industry, but that is why I moved to the UFC. That's why I love it so much. Is like, these are the best fighters, and there aren't going to be any gimmick. Like there's not going to be any bullshit. You got to win, and like, you got to be good. And like, by the way, if you have an off night, like you might get your fucking nose broken in 2 places. Cause that's how good these girls are. Like, so I'm a huge fan of it. And I also, I'm not about that. Like, I don't know. The UFC doesn't need gimmicks. They don't even really like, and this is can kind of be a scary thought as an athlete, but they don't really need superstars. Like they're going to run, and they've done such a good job of building a fan base and being the NFL of MMA that like, they don't need a Conor McGregor anymore. Like fans are still going to tune in. People are still going to keep buying the pay-per-views. Like it's just the machine is going to keep rolling with or without you, which can be scary as an athlete. Sure. And that's why you just have to be so good that they can't ignore you. You just have to like step up, and everyone has an opportunity. That's what I love about it too, right? Is like, they kind of told me straight when I signed with them. They're like, listen, everybody's given the same opportunities. What you do with that is up to you. Like how you market yourself, how you promote yourself, how you entertain the fans. Like that's up to you. We're not gonna everyone gets the same media day. Everyone gets the same, so like,
Yeah.
welcome. Good luck.
Do you feel like, go ahead, Dave.
No, ladies first. Absolutely.
I was just saying, do you feel like that's something you've had to like refine as you move to the UFC, is making sure like your brand and your social media and everything is on point? Do you feel like that's an important piece?
I mean, I personally don't, just because like, and I hope no one takes personal offense to this, but like, I don't give a fuck if you like me or you don't, or you like want me to be your like spokesperson for your company, or you don't, or you think I'm funny, or you think I'm fat, or like, I don't care. I want to go be the best in the world at what I do. And that requires me and another person to step in the cage, and that's it. So I don't really care. Now, having said that, I do have people who are around me who do take care of that. Like, I have a PR person and a social media person and a business advisor and, like, and they are phenomenal. But like, that's not, I don't care about that stuff. And yeah, like, my coach always said to me because when I was younger and I had no money and I was like living with $5 in my bank account, I was like, oh my God, Big Jim, like, what am I going to do? I have no money. And he was like, if you want money, win. And it kind of is that simple. Like, if I want money, win. If I want fame, win. If I want whatever it is, win. But I also just don't like, I'm at a point in my career where I do it because I love to do it. And I have a fire inside of me. But I'm not like, I don't ever have to fight again. I'm financially set. Like, I've done a very good job of saving. Like, I don't ever have to do any of this again. I choose to because I love it. And it's my passion. I feel like it's my purpose in life.
I love that. That's the dream right there.
That's what I mean. I'm living the dream. I told you guys right at the beginning. You could have just stopped the interview right there. How are you, Kayla? I'm living the dream. Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, we got the Julia Pena thing. We got the Amanda Nunes thing. And now I think this is I think this is a great question. And maybe you won't want to answer it because it's about someone else. But I think you have great experiences. You've experienced so much in life, ups and downs. There's someone who, when you left the PFL, kind of almost took the Kayla Harrison baton. Someone at American Top Team, Dakota Ditcheva, very good friends with Elle. We talk to Dakota all the time. I
with her this morning.
There you go. We love us some Dakota.
Yeah, me too.
Do you have advice for her? If she asks you, be like, hey, Kayla, I'm kind of the big fish in small pond. The UFC is the biggest. We kind of hear stuff around the water cooler about what she wants to do this year. What's your advice if she asked you for it? For Dakota Ditcheva?
I already gave it to her.
Okay. All right.
The biggest problem and this is kind of where, as an athlete, it's difficult, like, and Dakota's hands are tied, but my hands aren't tied, is contracts. I think a lot of fans forget that these contracts are, very binding. And, you could want the sky to be green every day, but like, it's like, you can't get out of these contracts. It's very, 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 very difficult. So, and my counsel to Dakota is pretty straightforward. And I think that like, there's no rush, I think that's one thing that I learned over my career. Like, there's no rush. I was very anxious and very eager to move on and get going and this and that. But Dakota's 26. She's a baby. She's going to be around for a long time. Yeah. And she's going to be an absolute superstar. Like, I have no doubt. Even if this year and next year, like, whatever happens, she's going to be fine. I'm not worried about it at all. The main point for me, is to not get discouraged, to keep training, to keep putting money in the bank, just keep showing up. And the rest will work itself out. But like, you can't control the controllable. There's no point in getting all in a tizzy about these contracts and this and that. Like, you can't control that, and control what you can control, which is your mindset, your work ethic, your attitude about life in general and how you're going to choose to see this. Like, this is an opportunity for me to grow, or I'm fucking stuck. Like, which is it, you know? And she's great. She's going to be great. She's going to be an absolute superstar. She's going to go down as the greatest. In my opinion, I'll be the greatest of all time for like a week. And then, you know, like Dakota will come in, and then someone will be behind Dakota, you know, like that is the nature of the beast. It's a personal goal for myself, but I don't ever intend to be the greatest of all time for forever and ever and ever and ever.
Sure.
So yeah, she's going to be great.
All right. I think we can read between some of those lines there. I think so. Elle, if you have another one, if not, there's 3 fun fan questions. I definitely want to give the people that, but if you got something else.
No, go ahead. Let's hear what they want to hear.
What are the fans dying to know from me? I can't wait to hear this. Oh god.
Most of them are pretty spot, you know. All right. The first fan was saying, what helps you relax after fighting?
Oh, nothing. I don't sleep at all usually the night of a fight.
Your adrenaline.
Yeah, the adrenaline is just coursing through my veins. Yeah, it takes me a while to come down, to be honest. Like the high is just so high. This is something I've struggled with a little bit, actually, especially since coming to the UFC, because I'm cutting so much weight and I'm so like this is like something that only God can do, because I of myself cannot do it. I'm so disciplined, like 12 weeks of 3 training sessions a day, never skipping a day, 6 miles or biking or swimming or running every day. And like the training is so intense and the calorie deficit is so extreme that like when the fight is done, it takes a long time for me to come down. Like I'm just like, I'm wired. I'm wired. I'm up. And then usually what happens is I crash. But really having a good protocol is important, I think, because it's so easy as fighters to get into kind of like a post-fight depression or slump. So I give myself 2 weeks, you know, usually after a fight, I give myself 2 good weeks where like I try not to look at the fight. I don't really try to go on social media. I don't like go to the gym. I don't force myself to get up and walk or eat anything healthy. Like I give myself 2 good weeks. And then after that, it's like, okay, Kayla, like pick yourself up, dust yourself off, like put down the Oreos.
And you don't watch the fight. Like by the time we've driven from the venue back to the Airbnb, Grant's already watched his fight like 17 times.
Oh no, I've watched it. So normally after my fights, like I know people go to like nightclubs and have whatever. Like Mike Brown, me, Mako, and Anderson, we grab like a bottle of wine, we go back to the Airbnb and we rewatch the fight. But that's the only time I watch it with my coaches right after the fight. And then I try not to watch it again until
makes sense.
It's time to like get back to work, because I'm my own worst critic. Like I'll spend an eternity just sitting there like, oh my God, look at that. I didn't do this. I didn't, you know, like, and there's no point in making that experience negative. Like,
right.
God willing, I won the fight. Like
enjoy the win,
you know?
I was just going to say that, and sorry to cut you off there. I could just be a fly in the wall and you're Olympic gold medals, 18-1, multiple world champion. I could just see you be like, oh my goodness, I didn't grab the back there. It's like, dude, you're one of the most dominated fighters in the history of this great sport. And I could just imagine being like, oh, this and this. It's like, Kayla.
No, I literally have to, like tell myself, hey, turn it off. Like, go be with also like my kids have been basically like, waiting for me to get through this camp. So like I turn it off, you know, like I shut that shit down. After the last fight, the kids and I went to Utah. We did a 2-week like trek through all the cool parks.
Yeah.
And I just be present with them. And that's kind of how I relax and how I like bring it back to center, where I realize like, oh yeah, fighting's what I do. It's not who I am. I'm a mother. I'm a Christian. I'm a good friend. I'm all of these other things too. Because if I didn't have that balance, like, as you know very well, a loss will absolutely ruin my life, or a not great performance ruin my life. But now I'm able to say like, okay, like it wasn't my best day.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things that we can work on. Perfect. Let's get back to the gym and work on them. So yeah.
Dude, best talker in MMA, Kayla Harrison. Next question they have for you is, do you have a set music fight list?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Can you throw out
I'm very superstitious. Not superstitious. I'm just very like patterned. And so, oh my gosh, I can't believe
is Waymaker on there?
No, it should be though. So, all right. So
thank you.
Dude, in 2008, I won the Junior World Championships in Thailand. It was my first really big win in judo. And that day, I listened to a playlist I had recently made, which happened to be all Eminem, by the way. So it's an all Eminem playlist.
Wow.
And so every tournament since that tournament, I listened to an all Eminem, the same one from 2008. So we're not even talking like anything recent. It is a 2008 Eminem only playlist on repeat over and over and over and over again. I mean, how many judo tournaments have I had since from 2008 to 2016?
187.
And then 18 fights. So like we're talking, I could play like every single one of those songs in my sleep.
Oh my goodness.
In my sleep, yeah.
I don't even care that we got we're fighting Amanda Nunes in Madison Square Garden. That was the best answer of the whole.
Now every time there's a commercial of Kayla with her Bose headphones on, we know that Eminem is playing.
2008 Eminem song.
Slim Shady's playing in the background.
That's it. Slim Shady, Lose Yourself. Like it's so bad.
Yeah,
oh
that
God.
is so.
But I'm just like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, don't break it. But hey, add Waymaker to the list. Okay, add Waymaker. All right, last
before I get to the venue, I do listen to all different kinds of music, like country and Christian, and like I do listen to all different kinds. So yeah, it's okay. You're right. Fair enough.
This is a very simple one. They asked, who is Kayla's all-time favorite MMA fighter to watch? So maybe not the best. Who's your all-time favorite?
I mean, that's easy. Frankie Edgar.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good
Frankie
answer.
Edgar was one of my favorite fighters, and honestly, just like a really good role model for me. And yeah.
10 years from now, are we gonna have Harrison Mondays instead of Mako Mondays?
Hell yeah. No. That's so funny you said that. I was just talking shit to Mike Brown the other day about like what a good coach I'm going to be, and I can't wait to take over and just like
Harrison and Dawson coaching at an American Top Team. I love that. Grant and Kayla, dude. Tell me, if you look up if AI made up a male American Top Team fighter, he would look like Grant Dawson. Am I 100%. Wrong on that? Dude.
Hey, listen, I just want you to know that the list of demands that I have for Dan and Richie when I become UFC champion. They're like, whatever you want. Well, first of all, I was like, Dan, I want you to come to church with me. And he was like, I'll buy the church. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, you see that banner? I want it taken down. There's going to be a fresh new face up there. It's right here. And then I was like, oh, you see this over there? And Dan was like, I think we might have to change the statue. We might have to put breasts on the statue. And I was like, damn right you do. This is an equal opportunity gym. And then Richard was like, hey, I've got one better. I've got one better for you. You know what you get? And I was like, tell me, because I'm taking all kinds of ideas right now. What? He's like, you get a parking spot. And I was like, yes, that's it. That's all I want in this life is a parking spot at ATT.
Does anybody have a parking spot?
No,
Does
nobody have a parking spot? He doesn't have a parking spot.
That'd be so
parking
cool.
spot is the handicapped parking spot because you just had a paper place. So that's where you should be parking.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's it.
Harrison Mondays coming. Harrison Mondays. I love it. 10 years. Anything else for the great Kayla Harrison? Unbelievable.
No, thank you so much for taking your time to talk a little bit of smack on Dan.
I know.
Here
I
on
know. He's so mad. I don't know if you guys have been watching my stories because I keep catching him with his little cane.
Oh yeah.
So it makes honestly, like that is probably the highlight. It's pathetic, but that's the highlight of my days because they talk so much. We're always, just chat. So like the fact that he has to use a cane right now is.
I haven't even seen him with his cane yet. That's
because he always hides it because he doesn't want to seem like, I don't know, like weak or whatever. And I'm like, first of all, Dan, you asshole, the doctor told you to stay home for 6 weeks. It's been 3 days. Go home. And he's like, I don't even need it. And he's like, I'm like, all right, pick up the cane, put down the cheeseburger, like get home. Anyways, yeah.
Unbelievable. Dude, Kayla Harrison, you've always been so kind with me and talking and with your time. It's been 4 or 5 years. It's just a good run.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Our very first interview was with me and Kayla and Sydney, and was Johnny there or not there? And we like played piano, right?
I remember that you guys were playing musical instruments.
Yeah, I remember. I gave you guys a concert. You guys always get the best out of me. What can I say?
Always.
I have one more question. I'm sorry.
Real quick, Elle, I'm going to interrupt you on this one. My favorite Kayla Harrison moment is not a fight. It's not a sign it to the UFC. It's not one of your great lines you said on the microphone. Is one of the PFL fights. We're doing media stuff. I saw you afterwards. Kayla comes right to me. She goes, Dave, how's your girls doing? How's the twins? I'm like, how do you remember that? How do you know? Yeah. She's like, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So there you go.
I think because I became a mom and I was like, oh yeah.
Now you know. Yeah.
Because the girls are so
I know that is true. No one cares about me anymore. It is about the girls, Elle. You are right.
It's all about Emmy and Taylor. If I were to come to your house, I'd push you out of the way.
You had before.
I have one question. How many animals are we up to? And have you gotten a donkey yet?
Dude, don't do this to me. No, we're up to, what do we have? I don't know. We have we just had 12 or 13 baby chickens hatch. We have had a little bit of drama here on Safe Haven Farms. There's been a bobcat, a raccoon, and a possum. That sounds like such a bad joke. All coming and taking out my chickens. And so we repopulating. I had a bunch of chickens in the incubator, baby chicks. So now we got some coming back. We still got our emus. We still got our rabbits. We got peacocks, quail, dogs, cats. And I think that's it. But I am on the market. I am in the market for a donkey because I need something to protect my livestock. But I can't get a livestock guardian dog because I will end up with the dog in my house, in my bed.
You won't let it stay outside.
Because I'm pathetic and I'm weak. And I'm like, no, come sleep with me, baby. So, but I don't feel like I'll feel bad for a donkey. I think that I'll let the donkey stay in the barn. So if anyone who doesn't want their donkey anymore, have them hit me up on social media. I'm not going to go buy one, but if there's someone who needs a home, all of my animals have been paid. They just show up at my house randomly. So yeah, a donkey will show up eventually. We'll get.
They go, how many acres are you on?
2.
Another person goes, Kayla, would you ever cross over to the WWE?
I just can't. I don't know. I grew up, pretty close to the trailer park, and I don't know if I want to go back. Even if it's through the TV screen, I just don't know if I can handle it. I pride you can take the girl out of the trailer, you can't take the trailer park out of the girl, but I made it, Mama. I made it. Do you have
all these lines? Do you write these lines at night before bed, before reading the Bible, before bed? You're like, oh, this is a good line. Do you write these out, or these just come to your noggin?
I wish I had that kind of time and foresight to write down lines. Oh, no, it's because I'm just funny. What do you want?
That is true. You are very funny. All right, guys, the best bantamweight fighter on this planet. She has a great plan. Maybe Juliana Pena, and then maybe Amanda Nunes is
trying and show up and sign the damn contract. Wow. I just got drug tested. I have just had another test. I swear I'm probably going to get to 25 clean tests before she signs the contract. This little pansy.
Is Montreal cold in the summer?
Montreal?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
Is there a card in Montreal? What's happening?
Yeah. I don't even know.
There's a pay-per-view in Montreal. There's rumors out there.
But what month? I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
It was May. It's May or June.
We're close. I think.
All right.
If someone will sign.
What? We'll hopefully talk to you soon when that other fighter signs that contract. and
Mhm.
puts that title into your hands soon enough. There we go.
Right.
The great Harrison Mondays coming soon. The great Kayla Harrison. Thank you so much, Kayla. You're the best.
Thank you, guys.
There you go.
Thanks,
Absolute
Kayla.
best. Kayla Harrison. Dude, she is the best. I'm telling you.
I love it. I love it. I can't wait for the future of ATT coaching, Kayla.
Kayla